What's up?
What's up?
Welcome
You gave love a bad name.
to Two Tunes Podcast. We're just going to be straight up front. There's music playing
In the background
in the
over
background,
the
over the speakers.
over
yeah.
the PA system.
This happened last year, maybe?
Probably
Happened before.
because
Maybe over 2 episodes, because sometimes we do 2.
we might. It might happen next week too.
Might happen next week.
We don't
find
know.
out.
We need to figure out because I'm on a time constraint.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna be like, "What's that song?"
Yeah, we're going to stop and listen to it.
Yeah, I'm Bo,
I'm Brandon.
and this is, as Bittner said, Two Tunes Podcast.
Yeah, we talk about 2 tunes.
Yeah, and we might.
I was explaining it to somebody yesterday.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, you have a podcast? I was like, yeah, I post about it
Mm-hmm.
every week. I also post a lot of my Instagram stories, so
Yeah. So they probably
to be
just
fair,
ignore.
people just ignore. But can you turn me up a little bit in my headphones?
Like just your headphones.
yes,
or-
please.
Which one are you? That's you.
This one. Thank you. So I was just like, yeah, like it's called 2 tunes, and we literally talk about 2 tunes. Like we each bring one in and we talk about it
Mm-hmm.
in the group. And they're like, oh, that's it. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Like pretty simple
premise.
format. Yeah, it's premise and whatever. I don't know. I think they thought we were doing some sort of like
True crime.
no, like deep music theory analysis.
Okay.
Something. I was like, we sometimes talk about theory and production and
I think we
different
do
things,
enough.
but we don't do enough research to do.
I think this would come out monthly if we decided to do
Sure.
that.
Yeah. If we were doing like a song exploder.
Yeah, and it would be
type thing, or-
one song per. It would not be 2 tunes. It would be 1 tune per month.
or just
Yeah,
we still do too, but yeah,
Yeah.
we would take a month or whatever to really research.
we're busy people.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're both taking a grad class.
Mm-hmm.
We're both, we'll just say, doing lessons
Yeah.
because you got marching band,
Yeah.
and I've got lots of lessons.
As
and-
this comes out, we'll be in the midst of Tech Week for a musical.
Oh, there you go. You
So-
got even more.
Yeah. I'm in
Um,
like pre-Tech Week right now.
I told people, I mean, it was the first week. It was like, introduce yourselves. And then I'm like, okay, I do this, I do this, I do this. And I mentioned the podcast. And I'm like, and they're like, cool, you do a podcast? That's awesome. I like sharing music. I'm like, cool, go listen to it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have that. We got 2 new people in the Discord. One of them I know.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you don't check things.
I don't know if I don't know. I'm in like
Anyways.
another Discord now, and like things get.
Ooh, this is
Lost.
a big deal.
Mhm.
It could be a big deal. Let me double check. So I'm looking at our stats.
Okay.
For
I'm gonna hop over to Discord and see who the new folks are.
okay, Steven is the one that I know.
Stephen Amell, star of Arrow.
No. Okay, so I'm going to analytics, and then I go down through, and since published, and then so my goal is like, hey, get like 20 downloads in the first day. That'd be
Mhm.
awesome because we get 20 downloads, but we don't get them on the first day.
Okay.
So, where are you? Last week's episode 132, Saturdays at Your Place,
Yeah.
and Suicide Machines. Right now, as of this recording, which this came out, the episode came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There's 30 downloads.
Cool.
Which means they probably got to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as one day totals, it probably is in the top 3. Maybe definitely the top 5.
Yeah.
As far as downloads in a single day. And those big ones are like when I invited everybody to the Facebook group or our first episode.
Okay.
I was right. It is the Foo Fighters. Because I heard the tin, 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 tin.
Yeah.
But I was like, that sounds like that thing. And I don't know. Anyways.
Where can I see members?
So in general,
General?
there's like
Oh.
people pop in. Like there was 2 that came up very recently.
Oh yeah.
Steven and
Becca Wow.
so hi, welcome to the Discord and welcome to Tunes Podcast.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for listening. I got invited to a Discord of our fraternity, but my chapter
Mm-hmm.
from Mansfield.
Yeah, and they put your names. We talked about this kind of.
Okay.
This was a while ago.
Sure. But maybe we had the same conversation already too, because I don't remember things. But it's interesting to me to see the way that the youngins use Discord.
Yeah.
Like it's their version of the group chat
Yeah.
and stuff. But the cooler thing is you can have the different channels.
Yes.
So instead of just all of it going in all over the place, like here's where we share the memes and here's where we talk about actual fraternity business and here's where we do this and here's like it's pretty cool. But it's also like every now and then they'll like post a bunch of stuff and I'm like, I don't need any of this.
Yeah.
So I need to set it to just tell me like when they talk about like specific things.
I think you can follow a certain.
I think so, or just get notifications for certain things. So yeah. So speaking of suicide machines, in a roundabout way. So since we last recorded, I went on a road trip with my best friend Mike.
Yeah.
This is our 3rd annual Trash Pandas road trip. So we went down to Huntsville. Dude, we did the drive to Huntsville in a straight shot. We did it in one day. We left at 3 a.m. We got there in less than 14 hours, which is pretty good. It's about a 12-hour drive, so we didn't really stop a whole lot. We did make a stop in Knoxville and went to the Sun Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So in case, and everybody remember we parked under the Sun Sphere. It's a Simpsons reference. You can't really park under the Sun Sphere, which was annoying.
Wait.
What?
In The Simpsons, they said, remember, like, is that a parking
So
joke?
they go to Knoxville. I don't remember why. I think Homer like runs into the Sun Sphere or something.
Yeah, like they're driving.
Yeah, and then like they get out and he's like, all right, everybody, remember we parked under the Sun Sphere.
Okay.
Like you're going to forget.
Because there's a joke that I stolen from The Simpsons about parking. So every time that we park, it's like, remember, we parked in the itchy lot.
Oh, yeah, because that's another one, too. Yeah,
it's Bush, well, what is it? Duff Gardens.
Yeah.
And there's 2 parking lots, giant parking lots. There's the itchy parking lot and the scratchy parking lot.
I also do the thing sometimes, well, I joke about it. There's that one, I think it's when Marge becomes a cop and Homer like parks across like a couple handicap spaces and just gets out and like drags his leg. I make jokes about that sometimes as well. Like if I can't find a parking spot, I'll be like, it's fine. I'll just drag my leg when I get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we took our road trip, and part of the thing that we do on our road trip is we make a playlist that is full albums. I'm going to use albums in air quotes a little bit because sometimes it's EPs and extended singles and whatever. But it's basically, instead of just dumping a bunch of random songs, it's like, let's put a full album, either because you like that album, you've been meaning to listen to that album, it's like a new thing you just found, like just, because we don't listen to enough albums. And so we've been doing that for 3 years as well. But I texted him, I think right after you and I recorded last, and I was like, hey, put your favorite Suicide Machines album on. And so he put, I don't know if it was his favorite, it was just the one that he sort of knew.
Yeah.
It's the famous cover one. It's like the one you think of when you think of Suicide Machines. At least I do. Destruction by Definition. Yeah. It's like the live shot of them at a show and just like the Suicide Machines in red, like over the black and white picture. So it was good. I liked it. So then we listened to a bunch of different things. So a lot of it to keep us awake. It was a lot of driving. I was very tired, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I'll talk more about some things we did later, but
very cool.
It was a good time.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Saves the Day.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about anything bad about them?
I don't love the singer's voice.
Okay.
Is there more?
There's more.
There's some
canceled? Allegations.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some allegations of sexual misconduct of the lead singer that I just discovered right now. So fuck that guy if it's true. We'll just say that up front. I didn't know until just now. So so there's things like, if I don't like the person, like I like all music, but if the person is a horrible person, I will not bring them if I know about it.
Sure.
Like Marilyn Manson will not be on this podcast.
Yeah. Agreed.
Even though they have like great songs, they're horrible people. So I don't want to promote them.
Yeah.
So like that. So I apologize in advance of bringing this where I didn't know.
Sure.
Saves the day.
Yeah.
The reason that I am bringing this is because I've been listening to a podcast that's like a year old. What's the record label that they were on?
Ooh,
it's Vagrant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Vagrant. They've been it's over. I'm just like a year behind. And they had an episode talking to Saves the Day and like about this stuff, and then they were talking about this song, which is At Your Funeral, which I think is a really good song.
Yeah,
Like
my only real beef is I wish it was a different singer. Or he sounded different.
Yeah, it should be a different singer.
Well, yeah. It's a little too nasally, and
Yeah,
I don't know. The song slaps. It's really good.
this is also like early in their career.
Yeah,
so
it
like
has
the
that
voice hasn't
Yeah, it has that
hasn't
feel.
dropped.
This is
or-
another one of those bands I just never got into.
Yeah.
I knew this song and the whatever other song they had.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
I don't know what the other song was.
I don't know either. It's probably a video on
This is
MTV2 that
the-
I saw at some
yeah.
point.
This is the only Freakish. Is that it?
I don't know.
Because I'm just looking at a thing. This is this continuing from last week where we had great bass lines.
Yes.
This also has a pretty good bass line to it.
Okay.
Anyways, here's At Your Funeral.
Cool.
This song will become the anthem of your underground.
So just like too whiny and
Yeah.
nasally. Yeah. They don't know how to sing at this time,
Yeah.
possibly, and then you learn. One of the things that I don't dig about this is that the first verse, which is this, is also the second verse.
Oh, is
The
it?
lyrics do not change.
Oh, it's one of those. I didn't pay attention to that.
Okay. And I like this, the piano, reverse piano, into the chords.
Yeah.
I love when we record these because these are different headphones, so I
Yeah.
hear it differently every time we do this. And then same lyrics, but a kick and bass line
Yeah.
right here.
That's good. I didn't know it before.
How could you admit you because you're too annoyed by his voice?
Yeah.
And then going up,
He actually, it gets better.
the voice.
Yeah. Like as the song
You
goes
probably
on.
just get
Maybe I just
used
get used to it.
Yeah. And also, like at the beginning, it's him.
Yeah.
And a very sparse guitar part.
Yeah. There's some good bass line.
I think there's like a chorus, like really fast or a vibrato
Okay.
on one of the guitars. I hear this like warbliness of the guitar
Gotcha.
at that like before.
It's got a little like skate punky.
I would not categorize this as skate
No,
punk
but
at
just
all.
like the
Yeah.
like this sort of like backbeat. It's not like
Like-
ska-esque, but
yes.
it's got
Yeah.
it's that little bit of Orange County
yeah, okay.
whatever thing.
I don't know where
Just
they're
a
from.
little bit. Just a little bit.
Where are they from? They're from Princeton, New Jersey.
Yep. Probably listening to some of those bands. Certainly even the bass line stuff. Like it's got that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. You can dance to this song.
Yeah. You can skank to this song. It'll work.
Ska or not. And that it's like such a simple
Yeah.
and it repeats a lot, but it's like it's good.
It's surfy. This is what I mean. It's got
think
very
it's
much
surf?
surfy.
Okay.
That surfy skate punk. That like again like Orange County
Okay.
mid '90s thing.
I like this
getting
drum.
Shades of that.
Bapu, bapu.
Yeah, it's a good song. Somebody else sing it. Especially now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one. Again, a band that just never. I don't know if it was
That's like the only thing.
if that was the thing. If that was like I didn't like his voice.
Oh,
or it
apparently-
just didn't grab me or whatever.
So at one point they were like this record was like the record that kind of pushed them into the mainstream a little bit, and
I feel like through being cool though, like I didn't recognize
Oh,
that
yeah.
album name
Yeah.
more than.
but this
one.
is like
I know this song
is
more.
like the bigger of
Yeah.
the two. So through being cool and then Stay What You Are, and then went downhill.
Yeah.
But apparently they went on tour with Weezer, and they made a Muppet-esque video. They couldn't afford the Muppets, but when they were touring with Weezer, then like Weezer made a Muppets video with Muppets,
Okay.
and they're like, did they like, did they know?
Yeah.
Because like you guys toured together, and then you both put out Muppet videos. They got the real Muppets, and you got like random,
Just puppets.
just
yeah.
puppets with. Well, they're still Muppets. They're just not the Muppets.
Sure.
Because Muppets is like marionette puppets.
Puppet. Yeah.
Where?
I just found an Instagram account that I contemplated following, but I already followed too many. But they make Muppets.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. They make
That's cool.
Muppets. Yeah, it was actually, and they're really good looking.
I can't
But-
wait for the Patrick H. Willems Muppet video.
Did you watch the?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
I watched it today.
Oh, I watched it like a week ago.
That's part of why I was late.
I just left my school. I was watching Taylor Swift.
Well, sort of. But what I was doing was, I was putting my records into new outer and inner sleeves,
Mm-hmm.
and while I was doing that, I was watching the Taylor Swift film analysis video by Patrick H. Willems.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
What I didn't like, I liked that, like in that video, I liked the progression that it's like, oh, like Taylor's doing all this stuff, and then, but then in her short film,
Uh-huh.
quote unquote,
For All Too Well.
yeah, that she just kind of did the same tropes that like other people did for her in the beginning,
Yeah,
where they just like, oh, here's the lyrics, we'll just show that. Oh, here's
Right.
a lyric, we'll just show that.
yeah,
Which is cool, but don't call it a short film as well, because
Yeah.
it's a music video.
yeah.
Like,
And he makes that point as well.
Yeah.
Like, you can call it a short film, but it's basically just a music video. Yeah,
Yeah.
A little bit of narrative here and there.
well, yet again,
I agreed too. I
bad.
had not actually watched the All Too Well video thing.
Mhm.
I've heard the 10-minute version.
Mhm.
But I agreed with him too that like the one point where they have like the fight scene in the kitchen or whatever, like it does sound very much like you just took the first take.
Yeah.
You didn't really rehearse. You didn't really do any other takes.
It's like,
but,
oh, let's work on that a little bit.
yeah,
She didn't. Well, I don't want to say she didn't direct, but like she didn't really direct that part. She's just like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's so good.
yeah.
Let's move on.
I say, yeah, fuck a lot.
It's not about
That's
you.
cool.
It's about me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Swifties are going to get mad at us.
We've talked about her before.
Have we?
Write some decent song. I don't know. Like again,
Write some
she's not,
decent
no, but like she's not for everyone. She's not for us.
Yeah, but nobody's
you know.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I think her record.
So I
the
appreciate
most
certain
recent,
songs and
is
certain
really
things.
good.
I also feel with her, really good songwriter. I would love to hear maybe some other people do some of her songs, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like she's a good singer. She's not a bad singer at all. I
Mhm.
just, I don't know. I think she's a good songwriter. It would be interesting to hear other people's interpretations.
I
Besides Ryan Adams, who did all of 1989. And also
Yeah.
he's problematic, I think, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would love to hear like a Taylor Swift cover retrospective by everybody and anybody.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Just anybody who wants to cover her stuff, like do a big thing. That'd be cool.
Gotcha.
So, you want to hear about some more of my trip?
Sure.
So we went to two trash band. Actually, like
Two Trash Banda games.
a trash banda and a half game. One and a half games.
Did you have to leave early?
Sort of. So the first game we went to was the day we drove down. That's why we drove down in a day, so we could get there in time to get a bobblehead.
Yep.
Got the bobblehead.
Was that the half day? No, that wasn't. That was like you have to real go.
Yeah, so we went to the game, and we stayed the whole time. We could have left early because we were exhausted, but it was like, no, game went pretty quick. They ended up winning. It was a walk-off. It was cool. I drank beer out of a baseball bat.
Yeah. Did you get to keep the baseball bat?
Yeah, that was part of the deal. This is why it was
Isn't it out of plastic?
$25. Yeah, it was.
How much beer was in it?
A good amount. I mean, it felt like a lot. Maybe it was only 32 ounces. It had to be more than 32 ounces. I don't know. Because that's like the biggest cup that they serve is a 32 ouncer.
How round was it? Like, I'm holding up.
It's probably
20
that
ounce.
round.
All right,
At
but
its-
then
at
it
its
was
peak.
like 2 feet.
Yeah, it's not like a full size bat. It's not like 3 feet. It's probably like 2 feet. I have it in my trunk still. Apparently, I forgot about it.
Yeah, so this is 20 ounces,
Yeah,
and it's probably like 3 of these.
maybe.
So
Maybe it's 60 ounces, but probably
No,
maybe
no,
it's like
it's a
48
two-
ounces.
yeah, 32, 48,
Yeah.
something like that, because they can't deviate.
Well, that's yeah. But it was good. It was cool. So we got that. We also got then the next night we got the ice cream in the helmet, the little mini helmet, like you can do at most ballparks,
or Dairy Queen in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I sort of remember that.
Yeah.
They also had a bigger sundae, which was in a medium-ish sized mini helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So like last year when we were there, we got the chicken fingers and fries in the full-size batting helmet. And then this year we got the ice cream sundae in the small batting helmet. And then there's like a medium-sized helmet, which had we been there for a third game, probably would have got. Or we'll just get it next year. So we did that. So then the second game, which was the next night, we had an early day the next day, like needed to leave before 7 o'clock. And they were getting, and also there was a rain delay, and they were getting smoked. Like they were just getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, all right, we can leave this game. It's the sixth inning. Like they're not coming back. They ended up losing 29-3.
Oh wow!
So in a way, it would have been kind of cool to like see a 29-run game, but we didn't really need to do that. So, went to 2 record stores in Huntsville. One is my favorite record store in Huntsville. Shout out to Vertical House Records. I've gone there all 3 years. Found some good stuff every time. They've got a really good jazz selection. They've got a cool like local Huntsville section, Huntsville and surrounding area section. They've got a random section, which I kind of liked. They break stuff down pretty well. The only thing I wish that they did also is have like a punk and hardcore section.
Okay.
It's too hard to dig through like the regular pop rock section to find that stuff, because sometimes I don't always remember all the bands I want to look for. Like I did look for a couple things, but I wish they had just like a punk and hardcore thing. But it's a great store. They're in a cool venue. It's called Low Mill Arts. It's this old mill. More things coming over the loudspeaker.
Did it stop though?
I think it stopped finally.
So what? They probably just put like a radio next to.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then I also went to Black Rose Records.
Black Rose Diary. That was a band that was friends of mine.
Cool. No, it's Black Rose Records in Huntsville, which is relatively new, I think. Cool, smaller shop, but had a punk and hardcore section, which was cool. I got a couple 7-inches and I got a jazz record also. We went to this really great bottle shop, which was actually right next to Black Rose. And then we went to Kentucky the next 2 days and went to 6 distilleries for tours / tastings.
Very cool.
Preservation, Lux Row. Lux Row, by the way, where I got to pull from a single barrel and pour myself a thing. That was cool.
I saw that.
Stopped at Heaven Hill and just like got a flight from the bar. They have like a bunch of different brands. Went to Angel's Envy. Went to Bullet, and went to Jephthah Creed, where I did a mixology class and got to make 2 drinks, which was really fun. Yeah. And they were good. And also they had good pizza there. So that was the trip. It was a lot in a few days and a little bit of time, but it was good. Oh, also I had bone marrow for the first time.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
you commented on my story when I posted about it.
Because it looked like it wasn't cut.
Oh. No, they do. I mean, they cut the bone in half and then it's... Yeah, so they put like seasoning and stuff on top and whatever and they cook it. But yeah, you basically just like scoop it out and spread it on some bread. And it's really, really good. But that whole place, it's called Game. It's in Louisville, basically, the greater Louisville area. And they just focus on wild game stuff. So you can get meatballs, like as like a sampler kind of thing. And different burgers and like bone marrow and all the other stuff they had. It was good. Mike got an antelope and a kangaroo, like separate meatballs.
Okay.
To try. They were pretty good. I tried both of them. One I liked better than the other, but we don't know which one was which. I had a venison burger, which I've had venison before, but never in burger form.
I
think Mike got a bison burger, which I don't think he had before.
Well, no, that's just deer. Venison.
Yeah, venison's just deer, but like especially around here, that's pretty common. But I've had it in steaks and jerky and pretty much every other form, but I don't think I ever had it as a burger. It was good. So yeah, it was a good trip. It just was a lot happened. Bought some good records, like I said. Bought some good beer. The bottle shop was cool. I liked that they had like a local section as well, so we could get some things from around that area that we can't really find. I also found, I'm doing The Sound of Music, like I said before, and I found this beer called Whiskers on Kittens, and the artwork is essentially Maria in the Hills, but it's a cat. But it's a collab between two different breweries, one of which is called like Von Trapp Brewery.
Oh,
So I was
That's
like, oh, this is perfect. So I got one for each of the production staff. And also I think it's a Goes or a Sour, so I was like, oh, this is like all the things I like. So shall I move on to my tune?
we should move on to your tune.
Okay, so this week and next week, whenever we record next week's episode,
Yeah.
are, for me, new to me bands.
Yeah.
Bands that have been around for 30 plus years.
Really?
But that are new to me.
Okay.
So one is, or newish to me. One is, or today we're going to talk about Everyone Asked About You, which is listed as queer emo or queer twemo, I've seen.
Twemo?
Twemo, like twee, like that sort of like, you never heard that term before?
No.
How do you describe twee? I don't know. Think like 90s, like indie movies and that sort of indie sound and that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Twee, excessively or effectively quaint, pretty, or sentimental.
Sure.
Although the film's a bit twee, it's watchable.
There you go. But anyway,
Similar to bougie.
So I have been seeing different people and different things post about Everyone Asked About You. Either as just like, oh man, still great after 25 years, or ooh, new reissue of all of their discography because there wasn't much of it.
Yeah.
Or hey, they're back together now. They're doing a couple shows. And so like just seeing a bunch of different things and people post about them, I was like, oh, I should check them out. And I like them. So this is from an EP of theirs. I believe that is called Everyone Asked About You.
Yep.
They basically had like a couple 7-inches and stuff. They didn't really have a whole lot. The Numero Group, which is a record label, they are reissuing. Oh, they're 2.5 7-inches. Okay, well, hang on. It's an LP called Let's Be Enemies, and then they're 2.5 7-inches that they released between 97 and 2000. They're releasing it all as like one thing, basically. So I bought that on vinyl. I got the pink one. Looks like that. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
But yeah, so I've been
How many
listening
songs?
to more of them.
On the 7-inch.
I don't know.
Okay.
Product details, track list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay.
8, 9, 10.
That's a lot of
12,
songs for...
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's
Oh
like 20 tracks total.
Wait, this is a 7-inch?
From an LP and 2.5 7 inches.
Okay. I just wanted to know the 7-inch.
I don't know.
Okay.
But on 2 LPs now, you're getting an LP and 2.5 7 inches
Gotcha.
worth of music.
Cool.
So
All right. Here is... Name. Song name.
Paper Airplanes, Paper Hearts.
I like the separation of the guitars. Except the right seems closer,
Yes.
but less clear.
Two different singers, although you don't know that yet.
Oh, you'll know though.
Yeah. This is the Tweemo section, I guess.
Okay.
Her kind of quiet voice.
Okay.
The sort of emo-ish stuff going
definitely.
on. Then it goes a little post-hardcore at one point. It's got a little indie feel to it as well.
When was this recorded, do you think?
I mean, it came out in 97, so...
Okay. All right. So it's mid-90s.
January 1st, 97, so 96, basically, yeah.
Okay. You can kind of tell the independent 90s
Yes.
rock band.
Yeah. Guess what? Same lyrics that she sang.
Yeah. Oh, that's the theme.
That's the theme for this week.
I think there's not that many lyrics in the whole song.
No, there's not.
And I don't know why.
I would have been super into this if I heard it in the 97.
90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm super into it now, but yeah, it checks a lot of boxes for me. Stuff I like. This is their debut EP, by the way.
I would want to cover this song. Or like re-record it. And not necessarily like make it better, because like
Yeah.
this is great on its own.
Yeah.
Just like make it cleaner.
Hear that?
Are they still a band?
So they are now back as a band. There's a Brooklyn Vegan article that I have pulled up here that's talking about the re-release of this stuff. The recordings have all been remastered from the original DATs. There's going to be a 20-page book with flyers, photos, lyrics, and an essay.
Do you know what DAT is?
Digital audio tape. Is
Yes.
that what it is?
Do you know what they
Here's
look like?
yes. So here's the thing.
Okay.
My senior recital
Okay.
at Mansfield
Uh-huh.
in 2006
Yeah.
was recorded on DAT.
Yeah.
Not because it had to be.
Uh-huh.
They had other stuff, but I think they had like a CD player would like rip right to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was not working that day.
Oh, okay.
So my buddy's like, so we got this DAT recorder thing. I can do it on there. So I have my senior recital on DAT
Now
that
what,
I've had for almost 20 years now, and I've never heard it because it's only been on DAT.
what's the size of the tape?
The DAT like
Okay,
this,
all
like
right.
smaller than a cassette, thicker than a cassette,
Yeah.
but smaller than a
Well,
cassette.
because I believe that it could also that like I forget what it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Oh, so ADAT and then DAT are two different things.
okay.
I'm thinking of
Oh.
ADAT,
yeah,
which ADAT is on a VHS tape,
yes,
and then DAT is
smaller.
smaller. Not
Yeah.
a Datsun. Not DAT freight and analyst. Dental administration test. No, I want like tape. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so they're performing at. They're going to do their first show in 23 years
Yeah,
in Brooklyn
of course.
on September 8th. Tickets on sale now for Numero Group's 20th anniversary celebration, which is that label that I was talking about.
Oh, cool.
So that's what they're getting. Plus, it coincides with the thing.
These
It
people are
says
like in
in-
their 50s, aren't they? They have to be. They
yeah, I
have to
guess.
be.
Yeah.
Because I'm 41. And if they were like in 98, I was 16. 17.
Yeah.
So if they were in their 20s, that means they're in their 50s almost.
Right. It was cool. It'd be kind of cool if they either just do like a live recording or something. I don't know. It'd be cool. Yeah, I'm digging them. I'm glad, even though that's all the music they have, like that I've discovered them, and I'm excited to get that new compilation on vinyl.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was all. Never mind.
What?
Never mind. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, guys. Hey, if you like music, share it with people.
Uh-huh.
If you discover something, just share it with people.
Mhm.
You could share it with us in the Discord.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
could share it with
We can
us
talk
on
about it.
Instagram.
We've got a double blind thing
We do.
that we should do at some point.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not today.
No time today.
We have enough for the second episode, by the way.
We have enough time.
We got enough time.
Okay, cool.
So guess what, guys? Well, the music's off because it's 3:00.
Yeah.
So they went home.
Yeah.
Office is closed. Air conditioning's off.
Yeah.
If it was ever on.
Probably not.
I went into
the
my
background noise.
yeah. I went into my office today and it was colder than every other room.
Dude, my office was kind of nice today.
because it's been closed off the whole time. It's like whatever was in there.
I think the air was actually on at my school.
I don't think I
today.
have air conditioning in that room.
Yeah, true.
There's no ventilation.
Right.
And it's just an airtight box.
Amazing.
So you have to open the door every once in a while or
Mhm.
you'll die. Anyways, go join our Discord.
Mhm.
Come talk to us like Steven and what was the other person's
Becca
name?
Wow.
Becca Wow. So we'll see you guys next time on The Price is Right.
Beep boop ba doo.